Yeah, nah, absolutely. So when we talk about entertainment, we're talking about album of the year. We do have a couple candidates. And what we have is YBN Cordae. He came out with his CD, The Lost Boy. And to me, when I think about an album, I think about a couple of things. I think about how many songs that it has. I think about the structure of it. And I think about how it correlates to the title and the album art of it. And so when we talk about DMV's own YBN Cordae, the title of his album is called The Lost Boy. And when you look at even the title of the songs and you listen to the content, to me personally, whoo, this is a hell of a project. When we talk about songs like Nightmares Are Real that feature Pusha T, when we talk about songs like Family Matters with Aaron Ray, where he's giving you some truth about his family and the way that he grew up. When we talk about Have Mercy, first of all, to me, what it sounds like, and I'm cheating a little bit because I was able to watch his Breakfast Club interview, and I can already tell this. So this is what I did. I listened to the album, and then I listened to his Breakfast Club interview to see if it confirmed what I was thinking. This was somebody who had not a horrible upbringing, but he didn't have a great upbringing as well. Meaning his parents did what they had to do to survive. But as for most of you all know, especially for all of us that grew up in the urban areas, Grandma always went to church. Or Grandma always went to some type of service, whether she was Jehovah's Witness, Christian, Muslim, whatever may have you. And she always brought you with her when she was gone, because a lot of the time she went by herself. And when we talk about The Lost Boy, this album is exactly what it's talking about, where you're going through your stages of life, and sometimes you're trying to figure out who you are. And what I like what YBN Cordae said, and again, this is not to, I guess, shit on the college industry or the college profession, but I like how he was honest in his Breakfast Club interview that college is good for a couple of things. It teaches you how to network, and you also, a lot of people find themselves in college and who they want to be, because a lot of the times when people decide to go to college or go down a specific path, it's because it's what's popular or what their parents want or what all their friends are doing. But he said it. He realized in his freshman year, college is not for me. I'm not here to play second fiddle to anybody. I'm here to be a boss myself. And we have other songs like Thanksgiving, the one with Chance to Rap A Bad Idea, My Way Back Home, to the Grandma skit, and that was actually his grandmother on there. And to me, this was a dope project overall. Like, this was a great debut album for YBN Cordae. And for those of you all that don't know what the YBN, hold on, I'm going to let you weigh in on the album, and then we'll both give our ratings. Okay. But for those of you all that don't know, YBN, the acronym stands for Young Boss Niggas. That's what it stands for. So that's my take on the album. Mr. Jones, I'll let you weigh on it.
Well, I'll talk about it from a different angle musically. One thing that stood out to me is seeing how the new generation hip-hop artist is being influenced by J. Cole. It's like, man, we're old now, man. J. Cole is like a new artist not too long ago. And I see a lot of his, like, passion in his raps, his cadences and all that. It reminds me a lot of the young J. Cole. And what I really like about it is the time he took his craft and his pen to express himself lyrically. Like, for example, the first song on there gravitates you towards the whole album. Wintertime is fire. That's one of the best intro songs, if not the best intro song this year so far. And as far as like top hip hop albums, it's definitely in the top 3, top 5 running. Definitely. And for a debut album, and definitely for us, a kid from the DMV to produce that talent, I think it's amazing, man. And I think it's finally bringing a new element, hip-hop in the DMV, that the area can actually accept and be proud to call their own. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because, you know, other people try to do it, but it didn't. It wasn't accepted as much as this one. He might be the new voice of the DMV, but it's a great album. But I give it my 1 out of 5 right now. It is definitely a 4.5. It's almost a perfect album, bro. For production and everything, it's almost a perfect album.
Okay. No, most definitely. And I know a lot of times the Double XL gets a lot of criticism with their freshman class because they more so go with who's popular versus who actually has talent. But this young man, YBN Cordae, definitely has talent. And I like this project.
I think also going on with talent, I think it goes in maturity too. I mean, like,
yeah,
you know, going in with hip hop, like you can listen to somebody that's younger than you, and you be like, okay, this is just somebody rapping on a beat. But like listening to him is like, dang, like, you know what, man, you going through grown man struggles. Like, all right, I understand what this is, and then for you to handle on his own per se, because that's what his feel is. Like it's almost like he's taking the negative and then he's putting it into his own time. You know, going in with his name, using the millennium, you know, to come with other rappers, like just like connecting with one of his YBN buddies, like through Xbox, like, which is crazy. And taking that and then turning this to a platform and therapeutic for you and to relate your problems and everybody can relate it to in a good fashion is great. Like, it's an overall great project. So, like, I just like his craftsmanship, like his MC and being the artist. You know, just him studying the craft and then putting words together that actually make sense and then giving that feel to it, that genuine feel. And other than that, man, like, shoot, I got to take my hats off to the young dude. And then especially from being from this side, too. I mean, he's from Baltimore, and everything that's been going through there, I know it wasn't even the best. Like you said, like, he wasn't in the worst situation, but he wasn't in the best situation either. But he made something out of nothing.
Yeah. But no. He went to school in Baltimore, Towson, but he's from, I think he's from PG County. I got to watch his video again, but I think he's from PG County.
Yeah, I believe so. I want to say, he went to school out and be more, and I want to say, I think he is from PG.
Yeah, I think he went to school in Beemore, Towson, and then his housing situation that school was helping him out with was in Baltimore.
All right, so 1 out of 5, what y'all give it?
I mean, to me, I give it a 4.6 out of 5. I do.
Cool. All right. Let's get
Zeus, what you give it?
Man, I don't know, man. I really want to give it a solid 5, but just being a real truthful critic, I mean, it's an album that makes you listen. It's not like one of those albums like that you can play all the time. So I have to give it like a 4.5. Now, if we would have threw on like maybe like a good 2-3 more tracks that upped it up and lifted it a little bit, I maybe would have gave it a 5. Like something that I could probably play at a cookout or something. That would have been dope. But not really. I can't shuffle that into my playlist because I might go sour.
I feel you on that. So, real quick, last question. Just quick yes or no. Do you think it's top 3 for album of the year? Yes or no?
He's top 5. I don't know about top. Well, when I look up,
I'm about to say, dang, your top 3 then.
Yeah. I give it a top
debate
3.
for top 3. Because I mean, if you can't name your top 3 off Bucks, like I mean, it's debatable for top 3.
I'd say, well, my top 3 albums honestly are Future, Jimmy, and probably this YBN Cordae.
You said Future?
Yeah, Future.
Which album?
I got an album out. It's called hold on, let me just make sure I got the correct name.
I know you didn't say Future was number 1.
Yeah, I'm talking about Future Hendrix. Yep. Yeah, The Wizard.
Well, yeah, it's third. My top 3 is it's gonna be Jim, Freddie Gibbs, and then that one. And honestly, if it had more songs, Benny the Butcher would be up there too.
I don't know. It's debatable. Still more content to come out, and then also, we have, Ross coming up, which is going to be something to talk about. But until then,
it's next week.